The upcoming race weekend at Imola will see a lot of teams bring upgrades to their cars. With Miami showing that the grid up front is separated by just a matter of hundredths, there is no time to waste. So Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull, Aston Martin, McLaren and more teams are going to push towards greater gains with new upgrades, hoping to close the gap even further between themselves. With this in mind, what will these teams bring to Imola? But crucially, can they fix some of the painful underlying issues on their car? As is the case with the W15, Mercedes introduced significant upgrades at Miami, which revolved around the car's underfloor, front wing, front suspension and cooling louvers. The significant change was made to the car's underfloor, as the team made revisions to the floor's roof and edges with the objective of increasing the floor's ability to generate better loads alongside improving the airflow underneath the car. According to the team, the Miami upgrades are just half of what is one huge upgrade package. The rest of the upgrades are set to be brought to Imola, but the Silver Arrows will get 3 practice sessions to fine-tune the car into a good operating window. Looking back at the Miami Grand Prix, it is hard to say that Mercedes has made substantial gains with the first batch of upgrades, but we were able to see glimpses of improved performance with the W15. Hamilton's Q2 lap is a prime example. Still, the car is not able to replicate that good performance lap after lap, which Andrew Chauvelin also admitted to be shadowing the step the team has taken in Miami. Adding on to this matter, the engineering director went on to say, "We managed to pull forward about half of our update kits to Miami, and the other half is going to arrive in Imola." Did it work as expected? Yes, it all looks like it's delivering the performance that we were hoping for from the floor. The issue at the moment is everyone else is developing their cars. You saw McLaren with a big package and they look to have moved forward. What we tend to find is that the car can behave quite differently from session to session, and until we get on top of that, we're always going to blunt the benefit that we get from these types of updates. While the Miami upgrades seem on hindsight of no use, actually the team has been able to gather crucial data pointing out specific areas of concern within the W15. Chauvelin was confident on revealing that working on these areas will improve the W15's performance drastically, as he hopes the upgrades at Imola and further will be key to unlocking this potential. Elaborating further, Chauvelin added, "After the last few races, we've now got a very clear idea of what we need to do to the car to get it handling a bit more easily for the drivers, making sure it goes where they want it to go when they're on those important qualifying laps. And we've also got a good thread of updates that will be coming over the next 3 or 4 races. A lot of hard work going on, but hopefully we will start to see the fruits of that soon." For Imola, Mercedes are set to make notable changes surrounding the car's bodywork, central and side. The Silver Arrows will be introducing a new side pod design with a much more prominent undercut, moving the belly design to a much more generic philosophy across the grid in terms of aerodynamics. Mercedes will make this change to the W15 to increase the undercut region of the side pods to utilize pressure differences to improve the airflow towards the rear of the car, generating supporting loads. The team will also introduce a new diffuser specification, solely aimed at improving rear end stability. These upgrades do sound promising, but we will have to wait till the car runs on track to be certain. But apart from Mercedes, it seems like there are other teams out there who understand the platform they are working on, and the upgrades that they will be bringing will be purely focused on optimizing further performance, which is the case for both Ferrari and Red Bull. The SF24 is the only car within the current grid to not have received a single update, yet has proven to be the second fastest car overall, being just a couple of tenths shy of the Red Bull and now McLaren. So according to plans, Ferrari are set to debut the team's first massive upgrade package at the upcoming Imola GP. And according to Formula Uno, the Ferrari's dubbed 2.0 package is essentially an aerodynamic conceptual overhaul. Ferrari will be bringing a revised bodywork that will equip RB20-inspired side pods and radiator inlets through the search of a compromise between undercut and top-edge downwash. The lower and central bodywork will have consequent evolutions to accommodate the revisions being made to the side pod's design. Ferrari will be introducing a brand new underfloor specification for the SF24 at Imola as part of the 2.0 package, which Formula Uno describes to be an interesting upgrade. The team is also set to introduce new front and rear wings. For the front wings, the team is set to make minor changes to the flap's aerodynamic profiling, while the team will introduce a new specification of rear wing to the existing family, possibly high and low downforce variants. If all goes well as they hope in Maranello, this update package should provide a performance gain of about 0.3 per lap during qualifying. while the team are expecting greater gains in terms of race pace. Ferrari is set to test the SF24 at Fiorano during one of its allotted filming days, and it is no random choice by the team. Testing new components in a track where there are so many references will be valuable help in collecting first data. Fred Vasseur was recently questioned about the potential of Ferrari's Imola upgrades, to which the team principal replied, "I'm sure that in Imola we will have a better race by putting everything together. Without a doubt, we will be able to fight for victory in Imola. But I believe there is a gap that varies from track to track and from compound to compound, which makes more of a difference than an update. The update we will bring to Imola will certainly help, but it doesn't all depend on that. It also depends on the work we will do on the track." But Ferrari's ambitions of challenging Red Bull after Imola might not see the light, as the Austrian squad are also set to bring upgrades to Imola as part of the conceptual overhaul the team began back at Suzuka. Before the Japanese Grand Prix, Max Verstappen did reveal that the developments in works back at Milton Keynes will essentially transform the RB20 into a car that will be totally different. Part 1 of that package was introduced at Japan, with the team making improvements surrounding the car's cooling alongside improving the car's downforce generation with an underfloor upgrade. At Imola, Red Bull will be building upon those grounds, but the exacts of Red Bull's Imola upgrades are still unknown. F1 experts believe the Red Bull upgrade to be a new side pods design, so we'll have to wait and see. Moving on to Aston Martin, the Silverstone squad, similar to Red Bull, are aiming to build upon the upgrades they introduced back in Japan and Imola. This was confirmed by the team principal Mike Crack to AS Newspaper. In terms of upgrades, we are expecting Aston Martin to debut a brand new underfloor at Imola, to work on the car's woes around tyre degradation and stability. Touching on McLaren, following the team's recent Miami upgrade package and Lando Norris's maiden race victory, the team has received its next plans in the development race. With Miami being a sprint weekend, the McLaren engineers feel that the full potential of the upgrade package has not yet been uncovered, and at Imola, the Woking-based squad will be doing all to learn more about the updated car, to gain performance through optimizing the car in terms of setup and balance. Checking down the field, Haas are set to introduce upgrades at Imola. After narrowly missing out on scoring points at the Miami Grand Prix, Hülkenberg is optimistic that the upcoming upgrades will get Haas closer to the front of the grid. He expressed his anticipation for these upgrades, stating they could potentially edge us ahead again in the fiercely contested midfield battles characteristic of this season. Elaborating further, the German went on to say, "In Imola, we're going to get some more upgrades to complete that kind of package that we were building since Shanghai. So hopefully those can edge us a little bit ahead again and put us a little bit closer to the RBs, because they look really strong at the moment." So with all these upgrades, are you excited for the Imola Grand Prix? Which team do you think will make the most gains with their respective upgrade packages? We are very much into your thoughts and perspectives in the comment section down below. And on your way down, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get notified of our future uploads, to keep yourselves up to date about the 2024 Formula 1 season.